Good morning. My name is Lou, and it's a lovely, crisp autumn morning here in Canberra. And I have a great task this morning, which is to clean these newly installed double glazed windows. And the interesting thing about these windows, and the reason I'm making this video, is that, well, firstly, they're awning windows. They're what people call the wind out windows. You can see this has been wound out, and that's for good reason, actually, because these actually have security screens on the inside, which means I cannot take that screen off, which means the only way I can clean the inside of the window is from the outside by reaching in. So I'm going to give that a go. You've got a nice close-up view there. I've made sure of that. So let's give it a try, and I'll talk you through it. So I'll start with my washer, and in fact it might be worth giving the security screen and the bottom here of the window a bit of a wipe down first. Those security screens don't get very dirty, but it's still worth giving it a wipe. Alright, now let's turn to the glass. So I'm going to start with the washer, reach in there, give it a scrub, get it all wet. Oh. And second step is I get my fine grade steel wool, nice big piece there, and I just give it a scrub. This is going to be a lot more, gives the windows a much more thorough scrub than the washer. Sometimes it's not necessary, but if it's a new window like this, a new double glazed window, yeah, absolutely get the tools that you need. Okay, so I've done that. So now I'm going to squeegee that. Okay, so here's my squeegee. I'll reach in from this side, reach up as high as I can. Oh, a little bit tight there, but I seem to have done all right. And now the other side. Now I can see there's a bit of water still there, so I'm going to get my towel. So it's good to get a fairly dry towel and get in there and just dry the edges where there's still a bit of water. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow the same process with the outside, and then having done that, it'll give me there will probably be little touch-ups left, but they will stand out. Having given the window that first clean, it'll be easy to spot anything that I've missed. So we'll do the same thing. Alright, and I'll dry the edges again and then take a good look at the window. Okay, now here's an interesting point. This is what you get with newly installed windows. There are little bits of silicone in different spots which now stand out. Didn't stand out before, couldn't notice them before, but they stand out now that the window has been, basically cleaned. So what I'm going to do now when it comes to getting, the bits of silicon off, you can use a solvent if you like, but if, like me, you don't like using chemicals, there is another way. So you only need two things. So the steel wool again, although in this case it's a dry piece, and then just a dry clean towel. So what I do, and some of these marks are on the inside, some of these bits of silicon, I know you can't see them from there, but rest assured they are here. And so what you do with the steel, you go first with the steel wool, you sort of scrub the stain. What it can do is smear the silicon across the glass. It doesn't lift it off. So the towel will actually then lift it off. So I just look at the window from every angle and see if I can find silicon. Oh, there's some here. There are definitely some marks up here. And there are more marks on the inside. So, there's one out here. Okay, anything else? Yes. You really have to look from every angle because many stains won't stand out from one angle and then will definitely stand out from another angle. All right, well, this looks pretty good actually. So there you have it. Even though this window has a security screen which can't be removed, making it difficult to clean the inside, I was still able to clean it, even though it had bits of silicon which are, more difficult to remove than regular stains on windows. And so I guess the take-home message is, with these windows, you can wind it open as far as it goes, reach in, and then after the basic clean, make sure you've got the two basic tools that you need, which is fine grade steel wool and the towel.